John can't introduce me any longer as his potential son-in-law, who's still on trial, which is what I've been getting for the past year. Funny thing is, John, I was ready to propose to Ash way before I did. You were on trial, big guy. Somehow it's come to pass. Yeah, John and Annie do have different ways of making you feel welcome, that's for sure. But now I can look forward to being thrown into the collective label that John's given all his son-in-laws, or sons-in-law, which is not what he expected. You were not supposed to laugh at that because this is going to keep going. But number two, reasons why it's the happiest day of my life. What was number two? I was going to bring this up here, but I forgot it. Number two is, what's that? No, definitely not. That's. But no, number two is, now I don't have to feel bad about things like, maybe having 5 too many planner's punches, throwing up in Tom and Sarah's sink before dinner, or beaching the family boat with Jake. I'm family now, so I don't have to feel bad about it. Jake, I ended up riding the bus here, though. I said to anchor further out, and you said we were good. We were not. Number three is, no more sucking up. I can throw family members under the bus now, so I feel a lot of that. No, but number four is really looking around the room, just seeing all the people that I've gotten to know in the past almost 4 years now through Ash, and all the great friendships I've made, and all the good times I've had, all the good times that are ahead. And at the ceremony today, I was standing up there with Ash, and I looked by her, and I was looking down the line of all the bridesmaids, and I was just thinking, I've actually had to say, hey, buddy. Oh, thanks. High five? Eat. No, high five? Yeah, alright. But I was looking down the line, and I saw the bridesmaids, and I was thinking, I've actually gotten a good chance to know every single one of them. And I really love every single one of them. There's great girls. And for the ones that are married, nice. For the ones that are married, I love their husbands too. They're a great group of guys. For the ones that aren't married, have you met my groomsmen? Like, the percentage of singles on my side of the party is a lot higher. So I'm not actually sure what that says about me, but I'm hoping maybe things get a little weird later on tonight. Next number, what number are we on? 4? 5? Okay, 5. Is also being able to look out and see all the people that have been by my side for my whole life, not just through Ash, my family, my friends, and it's incredible having everyone in one room. It's just, it's an amazing feeling. Number 6, I'm just going to stop with the numbers, I'll just say next. Number 6 is,
Number 6.
It's, sorry. No. Number 6, sorry, is
7. John?
Number 6 is now Henry, Eliza, Hope, Elliot, Patty, and now call me Uncle John officially. Annie's been trying to push that on them for think a couple of years now, but now it's official. They're a great group of kids, and it's been so fun watching them grow up. When I met Addie, first time I met, I think she was about 8 months old. First time I met Henry, he asked Ash where Travis was. Travis was her ex-boyfriend. I think we moved past that. Last, yes, you are actually in this. But last is that it's the first day of the rest of my life with Ash. When I first met Ash, I actually told her that she was my dream girl right off the bat. You know, she, just from knowing her for a couple of days, she was obviously gorgeous. She was fun, had a good sense of humor, and she played hockey. And that was pretty much my checklist. I was done. And actually, that reminds me, what would have made this day a little bit better, a little more special, is if we had gone with my original plan, which was to have the ceremony in a hockey rink on skates. Same, that's what I'm saying. But no, it got overruled pretty quickly. But I guess this is alright too. But after getting to know Ash a little bit, I found we had a lot of similarities. We were both impulsive. We were both highly competitive. We both didn't like being wrong. And we also had our differences. She was a morning person. I was a night person. And I could, you know, for 10 days pretty much sit around and do nothing and be perfectly content. And Ash couldn't go more than 10 minutes if she wasn't doing something productive. She would get stressed out. So, you know, on paper, right away, we probably sound like a recipe for disaster. But luckily, you know, what's on paper didn't turn out to really mean that much. Because in our similarities, I think we became a little bit more self-aware, a little more introspective. I think in our differences, we became a little you know, more well-rounded and stepped out of our comfort zone a little bit. And I can confidently say that, you know, we're both better people than we were 4 years ago because of each other. We have each other. Which leads me to my next point, which is my favorite thing about Ash, which is, sorry, she's constantly trying to improve herself. Always trying to be a better person. And there's not much more you can ask of a person than every day for them to, you know, to try to be better than they were the day before. And especially when they're already wonderful just the way they are. I've been crazy about Ash. I've been crazy about Ash since the first day. She is loyal. She's compassionate. She's forgiving. Spirited. And she's the best friend that I could ever ask for. I'll take it. You know, some of you might know me as a quiet person. Some of you might know me as the exact opposite. I've found that different people kind of bring out different traits in me. But what Ash does more than anyone else is she brings out the kid in me. The feeling of freedom, innocence, and you know, lack of self-consciousness. It's one of the greatest feelings you can have. When my Uncle David passed away about 8 years ago, very close to me. And his wife, my Aunt Joan, spoke at his funeral. Sorry. And she said, at his funeral, she spoke, and she said, you know, I was his Wendy, and he was my Peter Pan. Because when I was with him, I always felt like I was in Never Never Land. And I remember thinking, that I hope I was one day lucky enough to find that. And I have with that show. To my wife, Ash. And thank you all for coming tonight. I hope you guys are ready to rip it up and dance for it, because I am.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the dance floor is open.